Hey everybody. So I'm gonna do mostly. This is gonna probably sound like I'm just rambling on, but I'm gonna talk about what worked, what didn't work, possibly stuff that needs improvement. This is after Hurricane Milton. It's about 11 days ago. There are still traffic lights down in my area, not working, and it's just devastation a lot of places. And this was only a Cat 3. We were lucky enough to go over to a friend's house out east from my location. They have one of the newer homes, so that was nice. And then got back here as quickly as we could to assess any damage. Luckily, we didn't have any damage to our home, but the houses directly to the left and the right of me had some major damage to them. We'll talk about that when I go around back. So what didn't work? Everything that I did with the generator was great except this piece right here. So when I was filling it up with gas, testing it out before the storm, in between this red and black thing, gas was pouring out. This was part of the T connector that I did to help me drain out the extra fuel. So I need to try to source something American made, I guess, because this Chinese thing did not hold up. But luckily when I bought it, it did have multiples in that kit. So I always try to keep extra fuel line in case something cracks, but I didn't think this thing would go bad, but it did. So we had Hurricane Helene like a week prior to Milton, and I had only picked up 15 gallons of gas. I didn't fill up the other 3 tanks I had because Helene wasn't supposed to be a direct hit for us, and Milton was supposed to be a Cat 2 when it came ashore. So I ran out of fuel. Gas stations didn't have fuel. The ones that did, you had like a 2-hour wait in line. So with the gas cans, I have 2 spouts for them, and one of the spouts was leaking, and you won't be able to see it really on here, but it did have a little bit of crack on it, or cracks in the gasket. Maybe you can see that on camera, I don't know. So I had these extra gaskets for the cans, but they're different thicknesses, as you can see here. So that just came in from Amazon, so I'll be putting that in the other spout that I had. So that was sort of a fail. I need to pay more attention, but at least I did have extra spout, which was good. This 12-volt refrigerator, and the garage is a mess. I've got to get it cleaned up today so I can get my truck back in the garage because we just piled everything here. This thing is awesome. Freezer and fridge, or you can make them both fridge or both freezer. Great little addition. I was able to power that with these solar panels right here in conjunction with one of these battery banks. So the solar panel was charging this, and then I was running the fridge off of that. I was able to make ice with this as well, which was a nice thing. When I ran out of gas, I had these 2 tanks, if you remember in a prior video. I think I got these in 2017. I filled them up, put them away. Hope to never had to use them, but had to use them. This is a 40-pound tank. The weather wasn't that bad, so I did not break out the air conditioner. So this was mostly just powering one 25 cubic foot fridge, the microwave at times, which is like 1300 watts, and the coffee or the hot water kettle for the Mountain House meals. That was a game changer, really good to have on hand, those freeze-dried things. This tank, with what I just told you that I was running on it, I got about a good solid 17 hours out of this, running it with that big generator. Let's see, I need to get, this is an awesome generator, but because it's so big, I think it was using more gas than what it should have. So I'm going to get a smaller portable, maybe one of those Hondas or smaller Generacs. I'd like to get something that's dual fuel like I made this thing. And that way I can just plug the refrigerator in, just leave it running all the time rather than shutting down the generator and the refrigerator, every 4 hours. That's what you're supposed to do, but I did it for a little bit longer. With the refrigerator, recommend getting one of these. This was great up until like the 6th day without power. The interior of the refrigerator did get above 41 degrees, but the whole time other than that it was under 39. So remember, life begins at 40 for bacteria growth. So these little laser things are kind of cool. Let's see, what else we got to talk about. Smaller generator, walkie-talkies. So I have 4 of these Baofeng radios, and I picked up 2 others, and they look identical on the outside, but they were different frequencies, so I've got to go through them and figure out which channel matches up with the other set. But they look identical. So I'd passed them out to one neighbor when we were doing a test, and we weren't able to communicate. And I said, oh, okay, that's probably why. So I need to work on that. Let's see. Oh, the weather was not that bad. So I didn't break out the air conditioner for the house. However, it did get a little stale in the house, so I have these little chargeable fans, and some of them do have lights. That was awesome. Each one of us had our own separate fan, keep us cool at night. Was able to use tarps to give to the neighbors, which had substantial roof damage. This was the very first storm that I've ever had to put tarps on the inside of the house before we evacuated. So that was sort of a little unnerving, knowing that I had to cover stuff in case my roof was gone. So it's always good to have tarps. And it didn't hit me until later on, after we'd evacuated. My wife was like, we might not be coming back to this house. So she was trying to take stuff. So I do have 2 bug out bags. I need to have a 3rd one now for my son, because the bug out bags that we have had some of the stuff when he was younger. So I need to rework those in case something like this should ever happen again. We can just grab those main bags and skedaddle. Okay. Over this, that, the tank. These little foldable canopy things are nice. I put some furniture dollies on the bottom. Makes it real easy to move this thing around if you just have 2 people, because they're kind of hard to open up otherwise. So, still haven't mowed the lawn yet, so the yard doesn't look so pretty. But so both of my neighbors, left and right, when the winds came from the north, had roof damage. So after Hurricane Ian, if you remember in the video, I still have to pressure wash the house, this whole roof pulled the bottom part of this wall off. So I was just doing the video, and somehow I must have hit the button to stop recording, but on top of the roof I put these sandbags, and I think that's the only thing which kept this roof on top of the house. As like I said, both neighbors had major roof damage, water damage, sheetrock falling in. We were very fortunate with this one. Well, thanks for watching.